Welcome back to the Mid-Year Mitch YouTube channel. Today's episode, we're finishing up some body work on the 65 Roadster. Behind me, we're gluing the side fenders on. I'm going to show you how to do some seam work, finish out your door jambs, and this car is about ready to ship, so be sure to stick around. Did you buy yourself some Mid-Year Mitch merch yet? Make sure you head over to the website because I'm giving away this 67 Corvette Stinger hood. The giveaway goes on until September 30th, 2026. All you have to do is buy yourself stickers, hats, merchandise, 3D printed components such as windshield spacers, panel gap setters, bird cage parts, brand new reproduction, beautiful pieces, as well as parts from Vetmasters. All of those parts and pieces will enter you to win this 67 hood. See details below. So the class portion is wrapped up, and now we're jumping back onto the 65 Roadster. Over here, we need to glue the side fenders on. If you haven't seen this project, it looks like it's pretty complete, but we rebuilt the bird cage on this, and I put every single piece of fiberglass on this car from Dynamic and Vetmasters, put a whole bunch of steel and fiberglass on this. So these are the last two panels that need to be glued on. We got the front end glued on them in the last video, and in my class, we got these fit up on the last day. So I kind of touched up some of the grinding that we did. Whenever you grind your panels for gluing, I like to use 24 or 36 grit. You want to give it a good bite. You want the glue to really bite in. You don't want this to come back off. It's not like a layer filler you don't want to come off, but this is structural. So I like to use something very aggressive, and I don't like to see holes in between it, like big holes. If there's a little bit here and there, you know, we can work with that, or I can scuff it. But there were a couple spots we missed. I touched that up. We also came in here, put these lower bonding strips on right here. We put a little bit of fiberglass on that to build that out to meet the rest of the car and just to make everything flow. So we're gonna have to glue this panel on the seam that goes across there, that comes down here. This seam, there'll be a little bit that touches here, and then this inner fender will be secured as well. So whenever I set the inner fender up, I like to set it up about 2 or 3 fingers back from this edge here. So it'll sit somewhere in here. And that'll help us lock in some of the curvature of the front end. And I have my fixture set up here, so that way we can push from the bottom over just to make sure that we have a nice contour and we don't use any screws. Now, I did make a little mistake on this side, which I didn't realize it until I set the fender on here. I had a clamp on the firewall, and I think I have an aftermarket plenum on this side, and it may not have been in the perfect spot. What happened was I sucked this in a little too far. This needs to puff out just a little bit. So I need to put a little piece of fiberglass shim in there with some glue just to space that out a little bit, or else there'll be a dip in there. So that's something you have to watch out for, that just because you can clamp something doesn't mean that you should check the contour and make sure it fits. I missed that part, but it was an easy seam to pop free. We can scuff it and put new glue in it, and it'll be just fine. So again, we prepped this one the same way. So I have to scuff this little area. We'll jam some fiberglass in here, and then we'll get these side fenders on. I also want to point out that I bought a few of these for my class because we only have a couple air hoses. I wanted to be able to split the guys up so that way we'd have some grinders and you could take them outside. They're more mobile. This thing works really well. It worked good for the class. A lot of the guys really liked them. They're not that expensive. Not sponsored by Harbor Freight. I'd like to be because I buy a lot of their stuff. But if you're getting into some of this, you don't have to have a big compressor and a whole bunch of air tools. You can also use these little guys. So I have both side fenders glued on using my fixture, and it's a little bit of a dance because this fixture is designed to push both sides at the same time. So it takes a little bit to get both sides lined up, because if you push on one side, it'll pull away and vice versa. So it's a little hard to get the clamps on at first, but we got it, and the seams look good. I'm happy with the way that looks. So we're gonna try not to disturb the car, and we're gonna move to the back, and we're gonna start prepping. This is a taillight bonding strip, one for each side, and then the rear splash shields for the quarters. The splash shields go under here. You can see how loose that is. That'll tighten that up. And you can see our quarter panel and taillight panel need to move a little bit. This is just bowed out because of the way the exhaust valance is. So I'll get the exhaust valance off, and then we'll start fitting these. Again, I need to scuff all the mating surfaces with 36 grit. The car's already prepped for it. I just have to glue them in. I just didn't glue them in when I glued the quarters on or the taillight panel. That way I could get clamps in there. So it's a little easier to do it this way, I find. So I'm gonna get these guys prepped to glue in, and we can get, those are the last pieces to glue on the car actually. So I went around the body and addressed all the seams that we worked on. I scuffed them up first with the angle grinder and a flap wheel just to knock the extra fiberglass off and to start to dish this out. I wanted to move a lot of material quick, and I wanted to dish this out so this tapers in as we get close to the seam and it tapers back out. And then I went through with a smaller grinder and dressed any areas where I found like a little air pocket or a little divot or somewhere that needed some more attention. I used the small guy with some rougher sandpaper. This was like 80 grit and this is 36 grit. So I just kind of went over it real quick with the 36 just to get a good footprint. With some of these modern adhesives, you might be able to get away with not dressing the seams, but we're here, we may as well do it. The whole idea with putting another material in here instead of just the glue is the glue may settle at a different rate than the fiberglass as everything cures, and you may see that underneath the paint. We don't want to see that. So what we're going to use is some Fiberol, which this is a fiberglass filler. It's a pretty lightweight product, you know, so it lays out nice, it sands well, but it's still made out of fiberglass. That's the whole goal, is to put fiberglass in the seam, so that way as it settles or shrinks, it should settle and shrink and act the same way as the parent material around it. Now this is kind of a yellowy color, which you'll see when you mix the hardener in it. It's a little bit blue. Some of the older stuff that I used a different hardener, and it turned a little bit like orangish, pink, red. So what we're gonna do is mix it up first on our board with our hardener, and then we're gonna add in some of this, which is from fiberglass. This is black pigment. So we'll shake this up. This is a brand new can and it's pretty dense. We're gonna mix a little bit of that into it. That way it won't look quite like Duraglass. It'll look more like a factory seam, and it'll kind of blend into some of this dark gray or black glass. It's more just for an aesthetic thing, but I think it'll look better on camera, and it should just help you visualize what the whole car is gonna look like. So we're gonna do that to make it look nice. That's the whole goal of the game, is make it look nice. So we're gonna try that product out, and it should work good. So we're just gonna do all the seams, both quarters, the taillight panel, and then both fender sides. We should get that done pretty quick. So I spread some Fiberol yesterday I only had like an hour or so to work on this car, so I spread it out, and it was really hot and humid, so unfortunately I wasn't able to smooth out a couple of these little bumps the way I would have wanted to. But it turned out pretty good. It's gonna need some sanding. The back turned out better. I mixed this quarter a little too hot. But I think it looks really nice in the black. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's all gonna get body worked and painted anyways, but whenever we sand this, it'll look more like the original adhesive, and it'll just kind of blend together. I think it'll look nice. But this stuff hardened up good. So first I'm just gonna hit it with some 36 or 60 just to knock some of these wickers off so I don't tear up the good paper, kind of take off some of the tackiness off of it, and then we'll start blocking it and DAing it just to get the shape the way we want it. All right, so we have the seams pretty well roughed in, and I started working on the door jambs. So you can see I dyed all this stuff black, all the fiberglass, and you can see it looks pretty nice. It looks way better than whenever it's like green or orange. There's still some lows in here. I ran out of time. I wanted to fill a couple more of these, and I went in and filled the door jamb in a little bit here. In this little pocket where they would have filled it with glue, I filled it with fiberglass, and that's pretty much kicked up already. So that'll be nice. That'll just sand out smooth, and that'll help set your door gap. The door gap's still nice and tight. I'll let Ray open it up and finish all that out. You can see this is nice and tight, so all those can be opened up a little bit. But now you can see how she flows back into here, and I just glued in these bonding strips that go from here down through here, and that turned out nice. I kind of saved that till the end, just the way I did it this time. And I just had a couple little spots I was touching up here and there, but you can see it looks pretty good. It's still going to need, you know, probably a whole nother coat of fiberglass on this, but I'll let Ray do that whenever he strips the paint. I just wanted to at least get it close. All right, and the same thing with this one. It started to kick on me, so I didn't get a chance to smooth it up as much as I would have liked. But this probably needs one more skim, but that's the profile I'm going for. And I had to build a little bit out here, so some of this needs to be sanded away, but I closed the door on it so that way it would tell me, you know, where's my line, what's it need to look like. So that will need to be whittled down a little bit, but you can see what it's turning out like. There's just a couple more spots I was touching up, but now you can actually stand back and get an appreciation for what it's going to look like with all the seams done, with them roughly sanded out. So it's going to need a good bit of body work just to get all the lines perfect and make sure there's no low spots or anything, but this looks much better. So it's about ready to ship. So I think we still have deck lid springs to put in it, so we'll focus on that coming up, because right now there's nothing in it. So put deck lid hinge springs in it, and then we're working on this hood. We're putting custom hood hinges on it, so that'll probably be the next episode you're going to see, where I just glued a little piece in that, and these are the hinges. So they're a completely different style. They're billet. So we're going to get hopefully an actuator to work with these, and it'll be hidden, so you won't really see it. So that's the plan. So that's going to about wrap it up here, and this car's about ready to ship. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, head over to my website. We have the giveaway going on, where we're giving away a 67 big block Stinger hood from Vet Masters. Anything you buy on the website basically gives you a chance to enter. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in that. And we're gonna get this car wrapped up here, so I got a lot of work to do, and I'll catch you guys later.